The truth is, I'm never late. I'm never late because the stream starts when I begin it. So yeah, maybe I am late because I did schedule it at 7:45 and I wasn't there at 7:45. I'm not good at arriving on time, but I'm here. I'm here. This is another live hate watch along. This time, Mexico and Ecuador. I am Ecuadorian today. I am full on Ecuador. I want Mexico to get grouped. The reason I want Mexico to get grouped is we might get grouped tomorrow, the United States. And at least if they get grouped with us, it's kind of one of those scenarios where, look, it's like most things in life, right? It's like most things in life. You might be in deep shit, but if the person right in front of you is also in deep shit, it doesn't feel that bad. It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective. So if we get grouped tomorrow, but Mexico gets grouped today, we're in deep shit together, so it doesn't feel as bad. That's literally the reason it is. I know. It doesn't seem like something a nice person would do, but we're not nice, are we? Panda Hat is saying, did you hear what Eric Ronaldo said that Berhalter would keep his job even after we get grouped? Look, I heard from other people that also have their connections otherwise. So I don't know who Eric Wijnaldum talked to. Maybe he has a much more reliable source. He is right a lot, but not always right. I hope he's wrong on this one. I hope he's wrong on this one. But I heard Greg Berhalter will probably not stay if we get grouped. Like 90% certain that Greg Berhalter will leave if the United States men's national team gets grouped tomorrow against Uruguay. And if you want to, I did a whole video on that, so you can check out the video, the preview. The video's already out, by the way, where we talk about what are the scenarios for the United States to advance, and I can go through it during the stream. We can definitely talk about through that during the stream. It's not that complicated. There's only a few scenarios. Ghost Card 21 is saying, I hate that Mexico has a chance to advance. Damn it. Well, we'll go through Mexico's group here real quick. Let's do that. Why don't we do that? I think since the game's about to start, let's go through the group. How does Mexico advance today? And you know what? It's pretty straightforward. They win. If Mexico wins, they advance. If Mexico ties, Ecuador advances. If Mexico loses, Ecuador advances. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy stuff, right? There's not much to debate here. Mexico needs to win, and they have to beat Ecuador, a team that can be very dangerous in transition. And whoever finishes in second in this group will play Argentina. Whoever finishes second. And then whoever finishes first will play the rude Canadians. They'll play Canada. I said this before. You guys remember this, because I'm assuming if you're here right now, you're probably a diehard of the channel, a soccer sicko, a toxic fan. If you're any of that, you know that I made a video saying I did a prediction video and I fucking nailed Group A. I got every single pick right. Now, Group B, the only thing I got wrong was Venezuela, and that's because Ecuador screwed me over in the first game with Ener Valencia getting a red card. But my predictions have been pretty accurate. And then obviously, I mean, the United States kind of screwed me over, but that's a different discussion. Anyhow, going on here, Frank Kessler. Hey, Frank, how you doing, man? Doing good? He said, we could have won our group, and you, us, would still want L3 to get grouped. Frank is right. He is right. So, but Frank, you are right, but for different reasons, right? Actually, no, the reasons are the same. So what I said was, if we get, since we're probably going to get grouped tomorrow, that's the most likely scenario, having Mexico getting grouped as well would help us cope, right? Because then they'll be in deep shit just like us. Now, if we win and we advance and Mexico's grouped, we still can brag because then we're not even in deep shit with them. We're in a better situation. So overall, it's still the same concept. What I was trying to say is, like, it's all about perspective. All about perspective. It's also because we lost to Panama, which is completely unacceptable. No disrespect to Panama, but the United States should not be losing to Panama at home. It shouldn't happen, but it did happen. I personally think Greg Berhalter should just resign after the tournament, regardless of the outcome, but that's just me. Albert is saying, I think Edgar on the Spaces said U.S. Soccer and Pulisic gave him a vote of confidence to stay. Yeah, but that doesn't matter too much, Albert. That doesn't really matter. You know why? Because they still have a game to play. And think about it. Let's put it this way. Let's say you are the head of U.S. Soccer. You're in charge. You're JT Batson or whichever one of the idiots that's in charge of U.S. Soccer. You are in charge of that. Would you go to Berhalter right now and say, hey, man, you're in a hot seat here. If you don't get the result on Monday, you're out. They're not going to do that. They're going to go and say, Greg, you got this. You're staying no matter what. Focus on the game. Don't worry about your job right now. You're going to try to make the guy calm and better at his job. So I don't really care what U.S. Soccer said to Greg. And also Pulisic, why would Pulisic say, hey, Greg, I got your back, man. You're not getting fired. He shouldn't have any say on that. That's the truth. Pulisic should have no say on whether Greg stays or not. What Pulisic should do is, if he likes Greg so much, score a hat trick tomorrow. Actually run through a wall for this guy. Win the game. Like, they don't need to give him a vote of confidence. If Pulisic plays well and helps the U.S. beat Uruguay, Greg will stay. Vote of confidence. I'm truly tired of this nonsense at this point. I really am. Jeff Carey, Spicy Jeff, how you doing, man? He's saying, hated the England game. So did I. I hated the England game, especially the outcome. I was enjoying the game until Jude Bellingham scored a freaking half volley bicycle kick to tie it. And then he said, our FaceTime last night was sexy. No, it wasn't, Jeff, because we didn't FaceTime last night. Unfortunately, we didn't. We didn't do it, Jeff. But thanks for the super chat, Spicy Jeff. GMO saying the players should have no say on the coach. I agree. The players should not have a say on the coach. The federation should sign the best possible coach. The coach that makes these players uncomfortable till a point where, one of the players doesn't decide to punch a random player. Also, can we talk about Tim Weah's punch for a second, everyone? Do you guys want me to talk about that punch? If you look, put the number 1 in the chat if you want me to talk about that punch. If you don't want me to talk about that punch, put the number 2, because I really want to talk about that punch. But I do what you guys tell me to do, right? This is a democracy. But I really want to talk about that punch. But it's more about if people want that. One, they want me to talk about the punch. Okay, let's talk about Tim Weah's punch for a second. I watched that replay multiple times. And I said this on Twitter today. I actually said it today or yesterday. I don't remember. I kept watching that and rewatching it, mainly because I wanted to figure out what happened. Like, what did this guy do that pissed off Weah so much? Some people were saying he said the N-word. And I'm like, if he did that, wouldn't there be some backlash from Weah on the field and other players? For sure, as there should be. And there would be some talk about that. So let's talk about that Weah's punch. After watching it several times, that was a weak ass punch. What a shit punch. Like, if you're going to punch the guy in the field, hit it like you mean it. Go for the knockout. Like, really hit the guy. Don't put a weak ass punch. And I'm not here telling you to punch someone in the game. On the contrary, I'm against violence. But if you were going to punch someone in the middle of the game and get a red card, hit it properly. What the heck was that, man? And now I'm going to get flagged for instigating violence. You're a violence apologist. No, I think he shouldn't have punched or try to hit anyone. But since he went for that punch, at least fucking hit the guy with some anger. Actually do a proper punch. Not like a half push, half punch that just doesn't do anything and you just get a red card. It's bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit. That's just what I think about it. But that's all I wanted to say about that punch. That's why I asked everyone, because it was going to be more than a minute talking about the punch. And I don't know if you guys want to hear me talk about punches for a minute. Albert is saying Mexico and Canada advance is even more of a reason to fire Greg. We'll talk about Jesse Marsch. Let's talk about Jesse. So since you mentioned Canada, let's talk about Jesse. Jesse Marsch got Canada, right? He got Canada that has a worse team than the United States, to get out of a tougher group while not playing at home. We're playing at home. Peru and Chile are better than Panama and Bolivia. Let's make that clear. Now, Argentina and Uruguay, I know some people are going to say Argentina is better. I think Argentina and Uruguay is more or less the same level. Those are tremendous teams. Maybe Argentina, I guess it's like the same level, both teams, but one team has a guy named Messi, so I'll give Argentina a slight advantage there. Jesse Marsch is not a great coach. Let's make that clear from the get-go. We saw that in the Bundesliga. We saw that in the Premier League. But it's kind of showing us that he might not be a terrible coach. Something Berhalter, kind of proven to be at this point. It is an utter embarrassment. I was never for Jesse Marsch being the coach of the U.S. men's national team, and I still am not the coach. We'll probably do a video on who should be the new coach of the U.S. men's national team, even though it doesn't really matter because we don't know if Greg's going to get fired. But it's incredible how Jesse Marsch is already accomplishing more of Canada in this edition of the Copa America than Greg Berhalter of the United States, with a better team, playing at home in an easier group. Jesse might make it to the semifinals, man. He's going to play Venezuela. And I know a lot of people are going to talk about how Venezuela, they have an identity. They know how to win games. They know how to grind results. Canada can grind results too. They grinded out a result against Peru. They grinded out a result against Chile. Sure, playing man up, whatever. But Canada grinded those results out. And the game just started, by the way. Mexico and Ecuador. The game just started. Remember, Mexico needs a win to advance. My overall point with all of this is it's not really proving that Jesse Marsch is competent by any means, because he got very lucky in the group stage. It's just kind of showing how incompetent Greg Berhalter is. That's what it's showing. Chris Kwan is saying, Tack, what percentage do you think we can get out of the group? And what do you think Wijnaldum's claim that Greg Berhalter said he'll stay even if he's group? I talked about Wijnaldum's claim. I don't know. I heard something different from what Wijnaldum heard. I don't know what his sources are. He's obviously has a lot of sources, but he's been right a lot and he's been wrong a lot. So I don't know what to think of that. But I've heard from multiple people, some of them close to the Federation, even friends with the Federation, and they told me if we get grouped, there's a 90% chance that Greg will get fired. 90% chance that Greg will get fired. Obviously, they didn't say 100% because they probably don't know, but the 90% seems pretty damn certain. What percentage do I give the United States of getting out of the group? I give it a 50% chance. 50% chance. And you might be thinking, well, we're not going to pull a result against Uruguay. I think that Panama, without Carrasquilla, might struggle against Bolivia more than we're thinking, more than what many are expecting. So there is a scenario where the United States can advance by tying Uruguay and Panama tying Bolivia. We can. So there's many scenarios that we can advance, and we only depend upon ourselves. Like if we win, we are pretty much qualified unless Bolivia beats what's his name? Panama beats Bolivia by 5 goals or 4 goals. So I'll say 50% chance. And I know you may be saying, wow, this is really high. Well, it should be like 100% at this point. We should have been qualified, or like 90%. But I would say 50. The only problem is we also don't know if Uruguay will play their starters. That's another part of the question, right, that we're not certain of. Let me see. Weah punched like he wasn't from New York. Exactly. He's a New Yorker. Like, actually hit it like you mean it, man. Zach saying the people that run U.S. soccer should also have their jobs on the line if Greg's job was too. Only problem is they are in charge, so it won't happen. Yeah, they're not firing themselves. They're not resigning. It's not going to happen. And even if they do, the next person that will replace them will probably be as bad. It's pretty bad. There's a lot of imbeciles running U.S. soccer. Frank Castro saying Peru and Chile both went to 10. Chile can't score. Chile scored 0 goals in the Copa America. 0 goals. They got 2 points. They almost held Argentina to a 0-0 draw, but Chile ended the Copa America 0-0. Here comes Mexico with the shot blocked. Mexico, the first 3 minutes here, looking far more aggressive than Ecuador. Ecuador sitting very deep, quite deep. Watch out for Kendry Paez from Ecuador, the 17-year-old in the midfield. He can pull the strings and he can actually destabilize the defense in one moment or two. That's probably the guy. And Ed Valencia is also back for Ecuador today after getting a very moronic red card in the first game. And Piero Incapia is playing as a left back. So Ecuador is missing Pervis Estupinan. He would probably be, no, not probably, he would most certainly be the starting left back. And that would allow Incapia to play as a center back, the player from Leverkusen. But again, Pervis Estupinan is injured. Moises Caicedo just blasts the ball up. And Ed Valencia. And by the way, I'm at minute 4 and 10 seconds, 4 and 11 seconds, 4 and 12, 13, 14, 15. And Ecuador trying to press Mexico. Let me see. GMO is saying Marsch with Otto Renhigo tactics. Smart. Who the heck is Otto Renhigo? Renhigo. Who is that guy? Who is Otto Renhigo? You guys make some references that I don't freaking know what you're talking about. Have you all noticed that already? I'm sure you have. T, thank you for the super chat in euros. Where are you, T? Where in Europe are you? Saying, remember the days when they compared Jorge Sanchez to Destino? It was crazy. It was crazy, but again, you're talking about El Tri fans. They compared Chucky Lozano to Christian Pulisic. Now, Pulisic's on the rise for Milan in the Serie A. Chucky Lozano is heading to MLS at age 28. It's the same fan base. It's the same fan base that called Diego Lainez the Mexican Messi. Don't forget that. Well, I mean, maybe he is the Mexican Messi. The Mexican Messi might just be bad. Jeff Carey is saying, I think we should give Greg another chance. Jeff, what's going on with you? Oh, free kick here for Ecuador. Dangerous free kick here for Ecuador. And Mexico's already getting a yellow card. That's Cesar Montes getting a yellow card. We're going to put Mexico on pack watch here. Mexico on pack watch. But Jeff has said he's just kidding. He's just kidding. Spicy Jeff. Julian Viva is saying, what do you think Eric Wijnaldum is saying Eric will stay even if the United States gets through? Julian, I talked about this. I don't know if you heard. I already said this. Eric has been right many times. He also has been wrong. I heard something different from him. Now, probably would trust his sources over mine, but Eric said one thing. I heard another. I still think they don't know. They're just waiting for it to happen. But I think that I kind of think that Greg will get fired if we get grouped. But if we advance, he'll stay. Al Weinstein, Al, how you doing, man? It's been a long time. Not in the channel, but on Twitter. I think you deleted your Twitter. Haven't talked to you in a long, long time. But I was saying, is it still Pepe slander, or was I ahead of my time? Hope you're doing great. Keep on the grind. I don't think it's Pepe slander. And I never really criticize you for the criticism on Pepe. I do think you've always been very harsh on Pepe, just to be honest. But for the most part, a lot of the criticism that you had on Pepe was fair. And Ecuador with a shot on target, but it's a weak shot. It was fair. And Pepe has been abysmal for the United States during the Copa America. He was really bad, wasteful against Bolivia. Didn't score enough goals. Didn't score any goals. And then against, I guess against Panama, he was bad like most players, but nothing horrible. And he failed. He failed to get minutes at PSV. Rightfully so. Luc de Jong is a much better player. I never thought Pepe was treated unfairly for PSV. Luc de Jong is a better player. It's honestly not very close. So it depends on what you say about Pepe, but any criticism here during the Copa America was warranted. Jose Gares is saying, damn, Tack, you skipped my question. Did I? Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. I pulled it here. What do you think of the Caleb Wiley to Chelsea rumors? Joseph Garza. My bad that I missed that. I heard he was going to go to Chelsea but get loaned to their Liga team, Strasbourg, right? The one that Angelo and I think Andre Santos played for this season. I don't know, man. I've watched Caleb Wiley over the years here. It feels like he kind of stagnated this past season or so. Still very young. I think he has potential, and he could be a backup left back to A-Rob in the near future. But it does feel like a little bit of like a Matt Miazga to Chelsea moment, you know? I don't think Caleb Wiley will ever play for Chelsea. I don't think he will ever be he'll be at the level of a Chelsea player. The Chelsea, the standard that Chelsea wants for their team in the future. That's what I think about Caleb Wiley. He'll be in the loan army. Those are my thoughts on it. Maybe I'm being harsh, maybe not. I don't know. Did anyone figure out who the heck is Otto Rahigo? Rango? I don't fucking know how to say his name. Spicy Jeff is saying Pulisic commercial says the United States is the home of soccer. That is fake news. We're definitely not the home of soccer. We are hosting a lot of soccer events coming up. We're hosting, the Copa America right now, the Club World Cup next year, and then the World Cup in 2026. The Women's World Cup is going to Brazil, so we're not going to host that. And what else are we hosting? I got hot news for everyone here. Since you guys are here, I'll tell you. I didn't post this on Twitter, but in Brazil, I'm not lying. I promise I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. And here comes Ecuador in transition. Oh, good job. Good job. Mexico's able to clear it. In Brazil, they are reporting that the 2028 Copa America will also be in the United States. They were saying in Brazil, I believe it was O Globo, they were saying that CONMEBOL and U.S. Soccer pretty much already have an agreement to have the 2028 Copa America in the United States. Okay? It's not confirmed. But again, that's what they're saying there. There might be some truth to it. And here comes Ecuador. Ener Valencia with the ball. They still have it in the final third. Moises Caicedo. Oh, Otto Rahigo was the Greek coach from the 2004 Euros. Oh, okay, guys. Listen, I was way too young at that time. How old was I? Like 9, 10? I watched the Euros. I remember those games. I remember Portugal losing in the final. I don't remember the name of the coaches. Oh, I remember Scolari was coaching Felipe Scolari was coaching Portugal. I don't remember the coach of the Greek national team that won the 2004 Euros. Larry Lowe, thank you for the super chat, Larry. Who would you prefer on the right wing tomorrow? Who would Greg put in? So, Larry, as I said on the preview video, I released a preview video yesterday. You guys can go check it out if you want, but I'll tell you here since you're here. I think Greg will put Brendan Aronson on the right wing and Pulisic on the left wing. That's what I think Greg will do. What would I do? I would put Pulisic on the right wing because he played there all season long with Milan and he did very well. And I would put Haji Wright on the left wing. That's what I would do. So Haji on the left, Pulisic on the right. Greg will probably go with Pulisic on the left and Brendan Aronson on the right. That's what I think he'll do. Saul Martinez is saying, hey, Filippo, how come you don't collab with Sam from Yank Report? I've done videos in the past with Sam from Yank Report, but I think he quit his YouTube channel. I haven't spoken to Sam in a while, but I'm looking here. Sam hasn't posted a video in 7 months. So I don't know how I'm going to collab with him if he's why did the score leave? I don't know how I'm going to collab with him if he's not doing anything on YouTube. Why did FootMob remove the score of the game? What is FootMob doing? Guys, the game is 0-0 at minute 12 right now with Ecuador now in the final third. Down the right flank. Cross goes in. Cleared by the Mexican defender. I think it was Huertas, actually. The right wing was defending. Moises Caicedo will hold the ball in the midfield for Ecuador, and Ecuador will restart the play all the way back in the defensive end of the field. Kendry Paez. Oh, nice tackle. Oh, no, that's a free kick. Who's that? Johan Vasquez? Let's see. He does get the ball. Johan Vasquez did get the ball there. And here GMO is saying Rain Higo was the Greek coach in the 2004 Euro. 2004 Euro. Yeah, we talked about that just now, Jim. Why does FootMob? Okay, now it's back. The score. Thank you, FootMob. Thank you very much. Brazilian Fury saying, Tack, how do you feel about the Gabi go to Palmeiras rumors? I think they are fake news. I can check with Palmeiras if they're fake news or not, but Gabigol doesn't seem to fit the profile of what Abel Ferreira wants. He doesn't like the profile in the sense of like the personality that he brings, the bad boy, bad behavior. And Chris, remember one thing too. Gabigol was caught with a Corinthians jersey. So do you think those rumors are true? I don't think they are. I don't think the rumors are true. They don't make sense. And oh, Moises Caicedo's down. I need to see the replay. I missed it. I just saw Moises Caicedo dropping there with his hand on his head. The game is getting a bit chippy. And again, thank you everyone that sent super chat. Thank you, Larry Lowe. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're all doing well and watching this game. Or hate watching, right? Let's see. Nah, that's a flop from Caicedo. They just kind of hit heads after on the ground. It's not really anything. Zach's asking, are you going to any more Copa America games? I don't know, Zach. I don't know. I'm working with a company, a sponsor, to see if they get me tickets for the Copa America final so I can do a vlog. So that might be the only game I might still go to in the Copa America. Besides that, I kind of want to stay home. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Then I always have to drive, and it costs money to go to games. The games are not cheap, so I kind of want to stay home and watch them from home, cover them from on YouTube. Maybe the final, if I get a sponsor to give me tickets for the final so I can make a vlog. And here comes Mexico. Quinones shoots it. What a shot right there. Very weak shot. That's not going to hurt anyone. Very, very weak shot from Quinones. But Mexico still has the ball down the left flank. Cross goes up, a lob cross. Huertas heads it in. And I don't know what was the call. I don't know what's the call. I don't know. Let me see if I didn't miss anyone here in the chat. Julian Vivas. Let me see if I didn't miss anyone. Tack is making money. No, I'm not making money, man. Not making money. If I was making so much money, I would be going to every game. I would love to go to every game. I'm literally trying to get a sponsor just to buy me tickets for the final. Just buy me tickets so that I can whatchamacallit, so I can do a vlog for it. Not even get paid. Just give me tickets. And Julian Viewer is saying, did you see what Barstool Sports post after the U.S. men's national team lost to Panama? They criticized Greg Berhalter and asked him to be fired. I saw it, and I appreciate the fact that any media member would do that. But again, they're doing it for clicks. I'm going to call a spade a spade. They're doing it for clicks. Where has Barstool been with that coverage all along? They're just doing it for clicks, right? It's like a hot topic right now. It's trendy. U.S. men's national team. You see a lot of shows talking about them now, but they don't talk about it on a daily basis. They don't cover them ever. It's just a hot topic. And Barstool is known for like rage baiting. Not all people there, but a lot of them. I read the article, by the way, because they sent it to me, and I read the Barstool article. The article, no offense to Barstool, offending just the article specifically, was it said that Berhalter was dog shit, which honestly it's quite true. But the article that they wrote on Berhalter was dog shit. Like the article Barstool wrote asking for Berhalter to be fired was dog shit. Anyone that reads it won't take it seriously. If you follow the national team, you know the national team, you follow the sport, you will see that it was just for clicks. There's nothing there's no like legit thought put into it, right? There's no like if you're going to write an article or put your reason of why you think Berhalter should be fired, explain it. You all know here at the channel, I've explained it extensively. I cover the U.S. men's national team every single week for 4 years already and been following it for much longer, obviously. But I'm just saying, covering every single week for 4 years. The article that Barstool wrote was dog shit. There was nothing to back it. They didn't explain the main reasons. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was just like a rant on the Panama loss to get clicks. I read it. Okay. I can put it here on screen if you guys want me to put the article. I can literally read the article. Do you guys want me to do that? Let me know in the chat. I can read the article. Julian Viva is saying, what do you think of McKennie in the hookah bar? Julian, I talked about this before. And hold on here real quick because it's a corner kick for Ecuador. 18 minutes. Ecuador delivery. Ooh, saved by Dominguez. That'll be... So it's actually a free kick for Ecuador. Now it's a corner kick. Kendry Páez tried to hit it, and he hit it on target. That was a save. It was going in. Kendry sent it towards goal. That'll be a corner kick for Ecuador. And again, Mexico needs a win. Mexico needs a win, not a draw. Right now, Ecuador is advancing. Kendry Páez. Oh, the goddamn short corner. You know what? You know what I should do? You know that meme of Sean Dyke? That he's just like utter woke nonsense for short corners. You got to end short corner. I talked about Weston McKennie, by the way, Julian, because you're asking that. I am all for athletes having a life outside of soccer. I'm all for it. They should have it. But as a professional soccer player and a public figure, you have to be capable of reading the room. I have no issue with Weston McKennie partying. He can do whatever he wants. But the problem with Weston McKennie going to a hookah lounge after the United States suffered one of the worst losses we have in the past 10 years or so, losing to Panama at home, embarrassing, in the Copa America, almost eliminated, and then he goes to a hookah lounge. You see, he's also being considered out of shape as an athlete, which he kind of is. He's a little overweight for a professional athlete. You got to be able to read the room. Right, if he after the game he goes to dinner with his girlfriend because he needs to distract, that's fine. There's no issue. Even going to a hookah lounge, there's no issue. But you have to read the room. The moment he's done that, if anyone had seen it and they did, there would be backlash, and that's what happened. That's all it is. That's all it is. He didn't commit a crime, but again, I think that the perception is the problem. It puts a bad perception. It seems like he doesn't give a shit. Oh, Huertas with the header for Mexico. What a shit header. What is he doing? What a terrible header. He was wide open. He headed that ball like a freaking 13-year-old that hasn't learned how to properly head a soccer ball. Like, he did the movement. Like, look, let me put the big screen. He did the movement to head it down, and when he did this, the ball went up. What is going on? By the way, if you guys haven't already, make sure to drop a like in this video if you haven't already. I don't know how many likes we have in this stream yet. Let me check. 131. So that's low because we've had over 600 people here for quite some time. So it should be like at 300 likes. It should be at 300 likes. Turtle saying, with a hotel overnight and flights, it's going to this Uruguay game cost me $1,100 by myself. Exactly. It's expensive to go to these Copa America games. So anyone asking me, are you going to more games? As of now, no. Unless I can get a sponsor to give me tickets for the final so I can make a vlog, because I think that would be content that everyone would like here at the channel. Then I'm not going to games. I'll just continue. Oh, Valencia's through. He's through. He's through. What the heck? That's a terrible cross. That's a terrible cross. And they're saying, Nate Kunz is saying, going to the game tomorrow at Arrowhead. If the game is anything like the last game in KC, it'll be 0-0. Do you think Uruguay will play an A team? I think Uruguay will play an A-B+ team. They will rest a few players depending on fatigue. But I think they will bring mainly their best players. I think Bielsa, got to remember, guys, Bielsa is a freaking psychopath. He is insane. They call him El Loco Bielsa for a reason. He wants that win. But I think he will rest depending on fatigue. And they're saying, get Dave Portnoy on the stream. Look, Dave Portnoy has a big following, but I don't know what value he would bring to like a soccer channel. Like, what am I going to talk about with him? Right? What am I going to talk about with him? For what we cover, what's the value? I don't see the point. Unless I'm looking for clout. I was like, oh, bring Dave Portnoy because it'll get views, right? I'll get exposure because the guy has a big following. But in terms of like value for our content, I don't see it, man. And I don't know if you all noticed the videos I make, I try to bring guests that bring some type of value. Um, I just don't see what value he would bring specifically to this channel, like for what we cover. I'm not saying the guy has no value. Just he's not. I know he's a Tottenham fan, but I don't. It doesn't seem like a big time soccer fan or even U.S. men's national team follower. Jeff Carey, even though during the World Cup, trust me, during the World Cup, Dave Portnoy, all these Barstool people, all the cloud chasers too, everyone in media, they're all going to be talking about the U.S. men's national team during the World Cup. They're all going to be doing it. That I can assure you. Jeff Carey saying, I can get you into the Dallas quarterfinals. Jeff, thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you very much. But I'm busy that day. What is the quarterfinals in Dallas, too? I know Argentina plays in Houston. They play in Houston. The commentator called Quinones Colombia. Well, that's nice of him. The guy's playing for Mexico. Oh, that was Sarmiento. What a terrible shot from Sarmiento for Ecuador. It would have been a freaking banger if he scored that, though. It was a cross and then a stylish volley. He put some style into that, but then he hit the ball a little bit too under and it went over the crossbar. Not a good shot. He would talk about pizza, Dave Portnoy. I mean, true. Is he a pizza expert? I know he does those pizza reviews. It's very easy to do pizza reviews. Brazilian pizza is not a war crime, but Brazilian pizza is wonderful. It's very good. I love Brazilian pizza. Alex is saying, get on Men in Blazers. I mean, how do I get on Men in Blazers? I have to be invited to Men in Blazers. I can't just go on Men in Blazers. Can't just go there. I mean, look, Herc technically is on Men in Blazers' network. So I have brought someone from Men in Blazers. But like I said, I only bring guests when they bring value to the topic or the video that I'm making. If the guest doesn't bring any value, there's no point on bringing them. Look, Men in Blazers, I haven't really watched them in a long time. I got a little bored watching it. I haven't watched it in a long time. But it's a channel that I don't have an issue with, Men in Blazers. It's mainly Raj, right? It's just Raj that's there. And then he has guests. Tack just really hates Dave Portnoy. I really don't. Like, I know a lot of people hate Dave Portnoy because he's controversial. I don't hate Dave Portnoy. I'm indifferent. I don't really care much. I don't really care much about. I don't watch his content, man. Dave Portnoy. I just know that because I run across it. Barstool does a lot of like rage baits, like of things they don't even cover, like the U.S. men's national team. I know Barstool does that, but I know that Dave Portnoy, he wasn't even in charge of Barstool for a few years, if I'm not mistaken, because he sold it. Then he bought it back now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Barstool, but no, I don't hate Dave Portnoy. Don't love him. It's like doesn't. There's nothing there. I don't know why. I don't know what he does nowadays, Dave Portnoy. Actually, I don't really know. I think he just manages Barstool, right? TM is saying Men in Blazers sucks. What do you mean by that? Like, why do they suck? Tell me, why do they suck? BR Football does some awesome Champions League. I like BR Football. BR Football actually reached out to me a while back to even work with them a little bit, do like some streams. We just weren't able to reach an agreement that was worth my time financially. That's probably the best way to put it. But I would love to work with them. But no, they reached out. They wanted me to do streams. Just the numbers didn't really work for them and for me at the time. But BR Football reached out for me to do streams, like a stream for them, a USMNT stream or something. I thought they were good. I wanted to do some work with them. It's just that I have work and my company, and then I have the YouTube channel. These are the priorities, and the money that they were offering, the time I was going to have to take out of the channel and work wouldn't really work for me. That was the issue. But I got really close to doing streams for them. Maybe one day I will. Who knows? Yeah, they're saying Men in Blazers is good fun. Rascally is saying, yeah, I've never had issues with them. I know a lot of people say they suck, and maybe they don't have, I guess, like hard takes or whatever. That's at least my issue with it back in the day in terms of like Men in Blazers. It's more like good vibes and all that, and that's not the content for some people. But I never really had like any issues with Men in Blazers. Never had problem with them. They never seemed. You see, I only have issues with people that are like shills. And Men in Blazers to me never seemed like shills, right? That's at least the vibe I got. They never really seemed like shills to me. So I never really had issues with them. Julian View is saying you should bring Luke Sports Academy. So Julian, I watch Luke Sports Academy. He's like a reaction channel, right? He's learning about soccer. It's what I said. Nothing against Luke, and I love the fact that he's getting more and more into soccer. But it's just kind of like bring him for what episode? Like, what's the episode to bring Luke Sports Academy? That's my point. I usually try to bring people that have some expertise or former player or someone that can analyze or someone that a fan of that team. He's a U.S. men's national team fan just like myself. I don't know, like as if I had a like idea for it. So they're saying Men in Blazers, the host just talks too much, talks forever, can't stand him. That's Raj, I believe, the British guy, right? The bald British guy. Yeah, so I guess that's more of like you don't like Raj, I guess. You don't like him, I guess. But like I said, I don't have a problem with Men in Blazers. They never seemed like shills. They seem like a big corporation because they have so much money, right? They invest and they have so much access. They have a lot of money and access. And here comes Mexico. This could be dangerous. No, it's never dangerous with Mexico. What a shit shot from Luis Romo. That was Luis Romo. Horrible shot. That'll be a goal kick for Ecuador. But as long as you're not a shill, I don't have an issue with you. And then Men in Blazers never seemed like they were shills. I need a beer sponsor. Dude, I don't need a beer sponsor. I need a sponsor, man. I need a sponsor. It's not about having a beer sponsor. I just need a sponsor. If you want to sponsor Tactical Manager TV, just email us, tacticalmanagertv@gmail.com. Tacticalmanagertv@gmail. I need a sponsor. I only have Underdog. Underdog is the only one keeping this channel alive, man. You guys should prop them up, Underdog. They're the ones that, not today, they're not sponsoring this one, but Underdog, they're the big boys here. They're the ones that keep us alive. Any sponsor. Oh, they're asking about collab with the Bronco. Oh, you guys won't believe this. I actually met the Bronco in person in Atlanta. I met him in person in Atlanta. Cool guy, very nice guy. We talked for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, but very nice guy. He was on a rush. He had to get a flight because he was doing a vlog, the Messi vlog, and he had to like get a flight back to Texas, I believe. Very nice guy, the Bronco. I met him in Atlanta. Frank Kessler saying, bring tight shirt. That would be interesting. Taylor Twellman. That would be interesting. But the problem is he works for Major League Soccer. Would he accept uncomfortable questions? Would he debate me? If he's willing to do that, then I can bring Taylor Twellman. I mean, he can speak well. He's well-spoken. He's on TV. But the problem is he works for MLS. So there's a lot of uncomfortable questions that I'd like to ask. And I don't know if he would be willing to answer. Doom is saying, why are you hating on Mexico? I'm not hating on It's a hate watch because they're rivals. It's not that deep. It's not like I hate Mexico. As a matter of fact, the country Mexico, I love Mexico, the country. I've been there twice. I've been twice to actually, 2 times with different ones. I've been to Mexico City twice, and Mexico City is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful city that I highly recommend. And then I've been to Cabo San Luca too. Beautiful place in Mexico. The food, the people in Mexico. I love the country, Mexico. But the national team, I hope you all lose. I'm sorry. I just hope the national team keeps. I love watching the national team lose. I'm sorry. Not my fault. Oh, crap. Santi Jimenez. Oh, it's never dangerous with Santi Jimenez. Never dangerous. And then St. Joey, would any of the Greg's old Eyes and Vibes guys come to the channel? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, like, look, I also got tired of bringing players to the channel because they don't say anything interesting unless they're former players. Like, if I bring Hurt Gomez says a lot of interesting things. But active players right now, almost none of them say interesting things. It is boring. It's annoying. So I just stopped putting in the effort of getting them. That is literally why. Just so you guys, and also because it got annoying because many of them started it just started to become weird with agents and all. I don't know if it's like US soccer thing. I don't know if they think it would be a bad perception for the player to come to the channel because God forbid someone criticize Greg Berhalter, right? God forbid you can't criticize that man. He is perfect in every way, shape, or form. Perfect husband, perfect coach. He's the perfect man, even perfect hair. Everything about that guy is perfect. He's basically the second coming of Jesus Christ right there, Greg Berhalter for U.S. Soccer. You can't criticize that man. Actually, he's trying to be like Jesus Christ. The guy only believes in crosses. Cross here, cross there, cross everywhere, every game. But anyhow, can't really criticize Greg apparently, and then that can also make you lose some interviews, and some players won't want to have you. Santi Jimenez blocked because he's terrible. Again, 35 minutes into the game, Mexico 0, Ecuador 0. Ecuador trying to hit Mexico in transition. Ooh, yellow card ref. Yellow card ref. No yellow card. I don't know, man. That should have been a yellow. I mean, Ecuador was breaking through here in transition. Dude, that's a. I wouldn't say red because he wasn't really going towards the goal. And the ball was probably going to go out of bounds. But I would give a yellow there. I'd give a yellow there. Bring the Bronco. I just talked about the Bronco. We met in person. In Atlanta. Cool guy. Very cool guy. Gabe the American. Leeds. Oh, Gabe. get ready, Gabe. Red Bull Leeds United. Do you like that jersey? I'm not a Leeds fan, and I really felt bad for Leeds. When I saw that big-ass Red Bull sponsor in the middle of the jersey, that kind of just made Leeds look like another Red Bull franchise. I felt so bad for the Leeds fans. It didn't look good. I'm sorry. Maybe you liked it. I don't know. I didn't get your take on it, but it was bad. And Gabe, by the way, to your message, I know you asked me about like possibly getting Brendan Aronson or some other American players on the channel in the past. Just to let you know, a lot of them are not responding to me. I'll just say that. I'll end it at that. Because they don't like me, because they're not allowed to. That's a different debate, but that I'll just leave it at that. Jeff Gary saying Sidney McLaughlin just broke the world record. Who's Sidney McLaughlin? Sidney McLaughlin. American hurdler. So she will be in the Olympics. Wait, how did she break the world record? The Olympics is in like what, 3 weeks? She's competing 3 weeks before the Olympics? What is going on? Church Petro is saying, should I try the Brazilian gourmet pizza in Greenville, South Carolina? Yes. Brazilian pizza is great. Very good. They just stack it up with a bunch of stuff. Like, it's very heavy. There's a lot of shit that they put on a Brazilian pizza. It's almost like a full meal, like one pizza. So go try it. I don't think you'll regret it. Joseph Garza, bring BJ Callahan to the channel. I would bring BJ Callahan to the channel. The guy just has aura. I would bring BJ Callahan. Aaron Vasquez is saying, what happened to Yank Report? I don't know what happened to Yank Report. I don't know what happened. I haven't texted Sam in a long time. Last time I talked to Sam, he was like on trial for CBS Golazzo. You know, the stupid TV show? I tried watching that once. The host and the people there are so bad, I stopped watching it. I like their Champions League coverage on CBS. I think Micah Richards can be annoying with how he's always screaming, But I've grown to like Micah Richards, Jamie Carragher, Kate Abdo. I kind of started to like them. Thierry Henry. I started to like them with the coverage. But the CBS Golazzo one, I just think it's ass. It's just kind of bad. I tried and I tried and I tried and I try to go with an open mind to it, but it's just not good. I don't know if you guys have the same opinion. Just didn't like it. But Sam was trying out for that or auditioning and even appeared. And I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool that CBS was giving Sam an opportunity. But I've never seen Sam on CBS again, and he never uploaded again on YouTube. It's been 7 months. So I don't know what happened to Sam. I don't know. The fat guy from New York is intolerable. I think that's the Cooligans guy. Yeah, the thing is, like, they don't. It seems like the show doesn't have like. There's no salt to it. There's no actual personality, some take, some passion, right? It just doesn't feel authentic. I think that's the word. I keep watching. I'm just like, I don't like most of them there, honestly. Not the CBS one for the champions. I'm talking about the Golazzo one. I just didn't like it. And I'm pretty honest with it. I don't have anything personally against anyone um from that show. As a matter of fact, I don't really know any of them in person. I just don't like the show. It's just my opinion. Uh who else? Who else? You don't like Kate and the crew? No, I literally said the opposite. I think Kate Abdo with Jamie Carragher, Michael Richards, and Thierry Henry. I like those. In the beginning, I thought Micah was a bit annoying because he kept screaming, but I started to like the Champions League coverage they provided. It started to become more and more fun. I'm talking about the CBS Golazzo crew. That one I tried watching a few times and was like, kind of got tired of it. Oh, and here comes Ecuador. Sarmiento cleared by Cesar Montes. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay for Brazilians? I don't know. Penalty? Is that a penalty? I don't know if Brazilians say yes or no to pineapple. Guys, I've been most of my life in the US. And I don't remember eating pizza with pineapple in Brazil. So maybe Brazilians don't eat pizza with pineapple. I don't know, actually. I don't know. But I will say one thing. One thing. I like pineapple on pizza. I like pineapple on pizza. Jackson Z saying the main thing I want to know is about the tactical analysis of the England game. Is that what you want to know? I'd have to pull it up and try to do a tactical analysis. I watched the game and I didn't really look at it from a tactical perspective. But the problem with Southgate very often is he has usually an unbalanced starting 11. It's less about like the tactics or the formation and the phases of play. It is very methodical. It does seem like Southgate sometimes goes from like the Berhalter school of soccer with positional play, so it becomes very slow and pragmatic. That's probably why a lot of people say England is boring. They're very slow and pragmatic. That's very often poorly implemented positional play with an unbalanced roster. It just kills the fluidity of the team. The team just becomes slower in possession and very predictable. That's my theory of why England is struggling so much, which is very similar to the issues with the United States men's national team. Very similar. They need Kupo, give Kupo her own show. I've never seen her takes. I know who you're talking about. It's the blonde lady, right? Christine Kupo. Doesn't she cover the Serie A? I think she covers the Serie A. The problem is Christine Kupo is like, she's like very whiny on Twitter. I've never seen her show, so maybe she's really good on soccer coverage on TV. But she's just very whiny with some weird shit on Twitter at times and very sensitive on Twitter. But I don't know about her show. You might be right, Gabe. I've never really watched her soccer. And Moises Caicedo gets a yellow card for hitting Orbelin Pineda. Moises Caicedo gets a yellow. Was Caicedo on a yellow already? Is he suspended? for the next round? Does anyone know? I can check here. I can check. I forgot. That's my job, right? To give you information. Why am I asking? Why am I asking, man? Oh, Mexico cross goes through. Johan Vasquez. Oh, Johan Vasquez. What is that? Nice ability in tight space. You're Moises Caicedo. Let's see. No, he didn't get a yellow, so he's not suspended for the next game. He's fine. He's fine. AH is saying, do you like the movie City of God? Cidade de Deus. That's the name of the movie in Portuguese. Cidade de Deus. Really good movie. I highly recommend watching. It helps you understand a little bit of the issues going on in Rio de Janeiro these days, in the favelas, and that trickles down to the entire city. Cidade de Deus, City of God. Very, very good movie. Mexico to ball, Arteaga blocked. Blocked by the guy with tiny shorts showing his legs. Why is he showing his entire legs? When I played soccer younger, if I put my shorts that tiny, that small, I would get roasted. He's almost playing with a thong. The Ecuadorian right winger, what's his name? The hell's his name? Actually not right winger. It's Kevin Rodriguez. He's playing with tiny shorts. Hey Tack, how's the game going so far? It's been pretty even with I guess a slight advantage for Ecuador. I thought Ecuador has looked a bit better than Mexico, but it's still 0-0. It's still 0-0, so it doesn't really matter. But this score gets Ecuador through, and Mexico's currently being eliminated. Very physical game, by the way. Very, very physical game. 1 minute added. First half's about to end. And for some reason, it just popped here on my phone that Chris Paul has agreed to a 1-year deal, $11 million, with the San Antonio Spurs. JU is saying Colombia pineapple on pizza is very popular. Try a Colombian hot dog. You'll never look back at the American hot dogs the same way. I had Colombian food, you know where? Which was kind of surprising. They had a Colombian food truck in Hawaii. And I had these, and in Hawaii, they had a Colombian empanada that was with cheese and pineapple. Oh, Ecuador. No. Mexico the header from Huertas that goes over the crossbar. Or was it Santi Jimenez? So I had an empanada that was with cheese and pineapple in Hawaii, and it was delicious. Stanley saying, any other Brazilian films you recommend? There's two that I would recommend. Well, actually, City of God, obviously. You can go watch Elite Squad 1 and 2. So that's two movies. Elite Squad, which in Portuguese is Tropa de Elite. Really good movie. Really good movie. And if you want something more of a comedy, which is a soccer comedy, I thought this was a funny movie. It was the wedding of Romeo and Juliet. It's o casamento de Romeo e Julieta. It's not really Romeo and Juliet, but the two characters are named Romeo and Juliet, and they're in love. And the guy is a Corinthians fan, and the woman is a Palmeiras fan, and her family is like a Palmeiras diehard, and those fan bases hate each other in Brazil. So I believe the story goes that the guy pretends to be a Palmeiras fan so he can get married to her. And the story goes on. It's a pretty funny movie. It's the wedding. I believe it's the wedding of Romeo and Juliet. And it's about a Palmeiras family and a Corinthians family. Good one. Good one. Like a funny little romantic movie. If you want, you can go take your girlfriend, your wife to watch it. They will love it. They will love it. Or your boyfriend. If you might be a girl here in the chat watching, whatever. Boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. Go watch that movie. It's a funny movie. You'll enjoy it. Frank Esser saying he's showing his legs for Spicy Jeff, but Spicy Jeff said isn't. But I'm not talking about Spicy Jeff. Spicy Jeff ping pongs around. Sometimes he's attracted to men, sometimes attracted to women. Spicy Jeff is undecided. Spicy Jeff doesn't know what he likes. Let me see if I didn't miss anyone. Did I miss anyone in the chat? I don't think so. Do you all want me to pull up the Barstool Sports article that they were talking about earlier? I can pull up the Barstool Sports and talk about, because the first half is over. I'll quickly go through this for anyone that just arrived. Here's here are the stats. When you look at the expected goals, Mexico actually had a higher expected goals and ball possession than Ecuador, so that would kind of like say that Mexico was more dominant. But I thought the game was a bit more balanced than the stats show, even though expected goals 0.35, 0.26, it's pretty close. It was just very balanced. I thought Ecuador was better, or at least more efficient in possession. But looking at the stats now, it looks like Mexico has a slight advantage, even though Mexico has literally 0 shots on target. 0 shots on target. And they're saying no to Barstool. Well, I was going to put the Barstool article because I just wanted to show everyone how bad the article was. I just wanted to show how bad the article was. That's what I was mainly showing. Let me see. Dog shit, USMNT Barstool. I can try to find it. Now that I looked at it, they actually had articles all the way back. No, let me see. U.S. men's national team. I can't find the article right now. USMNT Barstool. I'm going to try to find this article. Blah, blah, blah. We're talking. I can't. Okay, yeah. I found it. This is the article. The thing is, we'll go through it just because I can show how it's like something that if you're a company as big as Barstool with the amount of money that Barstool has, pay someone, and I'm not saying pay me, pay someone there, Riggs, whoever the hell Riggs is, pay the guy to do an actual research and back what you're saying. I fully agree with him. Like the title, this dog shit loss is more proof that Berhalter needs to be fired, even though Panama. Okay, this is stupid. Like, look at this. Look at this. Even though Panama purposefully hurt our goalie. This is just such a stupid title. They didn't purposefully hurt our goalie. It's just straight up bait. And honestly, I watched the replay for that moment. A lot of it is on Matt Turner. If you're a goalkeeper, you jump with that ball with your knee very high, so you hit the opponent and you hurt the opponent. You don't hurt yourself. I always say this to the young players when I coach them. You know what? I don't want you to break anyone's leg, but if I have to choose between the opponent's leg being broken or yours, I'd rather you break the opponent's leg, not yourself. So again, it's a little bit on Matt Turner. You have to jump on those balls with your knee very high, so you hit the opponent and they don't hit you. But you see, just the title right away, and then turn the match into a fight. Panama didn't really turn the match into a fight. Let's be real. You guys watched the game. They didn't turn the match into a fight. But going through the article, and we'll go through it here, he's saying, look, I don't care that Panama purposefully injured Matt Turner. Bullshit. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. They just didn't do it. You can watch it again. It just seems like you're trying to create rage and anger out of quite literally a lie. This is literally a lie. It's just a straight up lie. And then he goes on and he says, I don't care that the ref is clear dog shit, costing us multiple times. The ref was dog shit. He is right about that, but that's not what cost us the game. Tim Weah got a red card because of that weak-ass punch that he threw there, and it was rightfully so. Most notably, when he didn't give a card for this. So he's talking about the Matt Turner play. Maybe a yellow, maybe. And then he goes on and says, Greg Berhalter can't coach the team. True. That's factually true. Now, if you work for Barstool, which I'm assuming you get paid a decent amount of money, don't you think that if you work for Barstool, you should do some research on it and back it with something? Why can't he coach? Why can't Berhalter coach? Like, give us reasons. And then let's continue to read here. How many losses do we have to take to some terrible-ass squad like Panama while playing the U.S. before we realize this? I mean, he's not wrong about that, even though Berhalter doesn't lose that many games because he does play a lot of weak opponents. But again, why? Like, tactically or substitutions, in-game management. We did that in the post-game. We did that in the 7 things we learned. Why can't he coach? Explain it. It's a article from a pretty big company with a lot of money. Why don't you back it? It looks like this literally looks like it's written by like a college intern. Just a random dude, 21-year-old in college, just like venting in a blog. It looks like a college frat boy blog when I'm reading it. Then he goes, "Oh, not to mention that we need some sort of points against Uruguay to have a chance to advance. You're telling me the guy in charge can't get out of the group potentially on home soil? Embarrassing." Yeah, it's just a college like rant. Which again, I do rants here too, but I've explained multiple times my issue with Berhalter's system, in-game management, substitutions, things I would like to see, things I would like to change, coaching options, all of that. But I don't see it here. And then let's get to it. And then he says, Weah, dumb red card. Flop, though. I admire Weah standing up for Turner getting injured and being an enforcer. Sure, you can't get a red card there, but if Turner wasn't a red card, this shouldn't be. Sack it. No, Matt Turner getting hit should not have been a red card. This is a stupid analysis, and Turner should 100% be a red card. It was a stupid punch, and Tim Weah deserved to get a red card. We need to fix offsides or ream. That has to be the goal. What the fuck does this mean? We need to fix offsides or Tim Ream. Huh? Like, I agree that the offsides rule needs to be adjusted, but Tim Ream is like a whole body ahead of him. Fix Tim Ream? I don't get it. I don't want to hear about injuries. We have depth. Use it. What injuries? Everyone is healthy. Just Matt Turner. You see, that's the guy that doesn't follow the U.S. men's national team. No one is injured. No one is injured. Tyler Adams, I guess, can't play more than 45 minutes unless he's talking about that, but this doesn't make sense. And then he puts the stupid thing, Balogun's a great American. This is an incredible goal. Let's get him in space more. I don't know what he's trying to say with this. How did Greg not fight the ref at some point? Why would he fight the ref? I don't know, man. I'm just kind of tired of this article. So just going back to the title, because I want to move on to the stream. He says, this dog shit loss is more proof that Greg Berhalter needs to be fired. That is true. But again, people talked about this article praising Barstool for him. The article is dog shit. He's right about Greg Berhalter needing to be fired. But the article is kind of shit. Okay? Just my opinion on it. Again, everyone has the free will to say I'm shit also. I don't care. I don't mind. But that's my take on it. I would like to see something more well elaborated. Like, what did Berhalter do wrong? How about talk about the fact that you are playing against Panama in the first half for like 20 minutes, man down. You were able to contain Panama when you were playing man down without having to go and full terrorist bunker ball. And then Greg Berhalter pulls off Gio Reyna, leaves Balogun up top alone, so we have no threat. You invite Panama to attack you. You are pressed the entire second half, and the probability of allowing your opponent to score when you're inviting them to attack you is much higher. You didn't have to go with the back three, with three center backs. You didn't have to do that. Another mistake, you put on Balogun. You take out Balogun, he's gassed out. That's fair. That's fair. Maybe that's why you took out Balogun. Put in Haji Wright, a player that's good in transition. And then he puts Ricardo Pepi for some reason, a player that's not good in transition. It's just I wanted it to be more well elaborated. You guys know how much effort I put into the match previews, the 7 things we learned, the streams, and it was just a dog shit article. Okay, hopefully you guys got my take on it. That's mainly what I think. The guy that wrote it sounded like a college frat boy that doesn't follow the national team that much, or the players, doesn't know much about it, and he just went on a rant, which there's some truth to the rant, but it's not well elaborated. Zach Guimon is saying, thoughts on P. Mastroeni as a replacement for Greg Berhalter. Look, Greg Berhalter's replacement is something that I will make a video, Zach. I will make a video on it as soon as like we know that Berhalter. Look, if we lose to Uruguay and Berhalter is anywhere, shape, or form going to be fired, if we think he's going to be fired, I will do a video breaking down possible coaches. Okay, but I don't want to talk out of my ass because, again, before I talk about coaches, I need to do my research, the style of play of that coach, the history, unless it's a coach I know very well. Like, for example, Jesse Marsch, I knew very well. I need to do my research before talking about it. Otherwise, I'm no different from the Barstool guy. See what I did there? You see what I did there. Jeff saying, Tack, your jacuzzi at 10:30 tonight. No nudity this time, please. Jeff, I never went to the jacuzzi with you, and I might go to the jacuzzi tonight, but not with you. Not with you. Okay, Jeff, go enjoy your night somewhere else. But thank you for the super chat, Jeff. GhostCard21 said, is Greg Berhalter the throat goat of USSF? How does he have a job? Seriously, I'm scared for tomorrow, man. I really want us to advance, but it is what it is. I'm still hopeful that we will advance, and I still think that there is a shot that we will advance, a realistic one. I said it's like 50%. I think there's still a realistic shot. I did the look. My last video was the USA versus Uruguay preview. My last video, you guys can go check it. I broke down the odds of us advancing. Okay, I broke it all down, and that's it. I think there's a good shot that we. What do you mean by throat goat? Do you mean what I think you mean? Is it like the hak two? Like that's what you mean as throat goat? The hak two of U.S. soccer? Yeah, I don't think that's what Greg is. Church of Petro is saying, I was unfortunately in attendance. Do you think Greg Berhalter meant to play a back three and Panama stuck five up front, or that the back five was intentional? I mean, Greg Berhalter replaced Gio Reyna with Cameron Carter-Vickers. So it was Greg Berhalter's choice to play that back five. Yes, I think it was 100% Greg Berhalter's intention to play the back five, because he took out Gio and he put Cameron Carter-Vickers. So you had Richards, Carter-Vickers, and Tim Ream, and then you have Anthony Robinson and Scally as the fullback. So he wanted to do that. My eyes are so itchy. The allergies are killing me. The allergies. Yeah, let's go back here to the chat. Guys, I only said the Hawk 2 because he said he was like the throat king, and I didn't want to say, he's like, oh, are you talking about blowjobs? I didn't want to say it in the stream, but now that you guys are making fun of the Hawk 2, I have to kind of say it. Church of Petro saying that's what I thought as well. We seem to go back five low block in the second. Yeah, the back five low block. We played a 5-3-1 in the second half, right? Was that what we played? 5. Yeah, we played a 5-3-1 in the second half. That's how we played. 5-3-1. Joseph Garza saying Ancelotti signing in Montana means he's our next coach. Yes, guys, did you see that? Carlo Ancelotti was seen in Montana for vacation. I say we just give Ancelotti Montana. Just give Ancelotti Montana. I don't see an issue with it. Just give Ancelotti Montana. Here it is. I'll put it on screen. Why not? Let me put it on screen. He's like super American. Carlo Ancelotti is very American. Look at Carlo Ancelotti right there. Look at that. He looks so American. This guy definitely has a gun at home. 100%. Right? What are the odds that Ancelotti, look, he's spending his holidays in Montana. This guy looks so American right now. What are the odds that Ancelotti just has a gun at home? Pretty high? I would say it's high. It's pretty high. Okay, now let's leave Carlo Ancelotti. The second half just started. 45 minutes for Mexico to get a goal here, to get a win, or they are eliminated from the Copa America. They are eliminated from the Copa America. And here comes Mexico. No, that's Ecuador. Sorry, white is Ecuador. Got it confused for a second. Let me see if I didn't miss anyone. No, I got everyone. They're saying, who doesn't? Don't we all? Don't we all? I don't know, man. I don't know if we all do. Don't know if we all do. So Ancelotti's wife is from Vancouver. Canadian. His wife is Canadian. I didn't know that. But tell me one thing. Why is Ancelotti in Montana? So random. I've actually never been to Montana. I've been to like what 25 or 26 states in the United States of America. Where have I been? Yeah, probably 26 states or so, but I haven't been to Montana. So I've been to over half of the United States. Definitely over half. Okay, second half started here. And everyone, if you just tuned in and you could kindly hit the like button, I would truly appreciate it if you can smash the like button. I don't really know how many likes we have, but if you can help us get it to 3 or 400, unless we're over that. Mexico in possession. Eventually, Mexico will have to hit panic mode here. They need a goal. They're literally getting eliminated right now from the Copa America. Mexico, this is the worst Mexico generation I've seen. They don't get grouped very often. And then in 2022, Mexico got grouped in the World Cup, which they hadn't gotten grouped since like the 80s. I don't know. Mexico, in my lifetime, they never had gotten grouped in the Copa America. Sorry, in the World Cup. And now they're getting grouped not only in the World Cup, but also in the Copa America. Is Ecuador going for a draw? Ecuador is not really sitting deep. They're not really playing a low block. It doesn't seem like they're going for a draw. Doesn't seem like Ecuador is going for a draw. Productive Grind Academy saying, I was at the Uruguay-Bolivia match on Thursday. I'm worried for the U.S. We'll see if Uruguay will play their best players. We'll see how Uruguay behaves. Oh, wait a second. Goal. Venezuela just scored. Venezuela 1. The fake news Jamaican 0. Won't you look at that? I talked about Jamaica finishing last. I talked about Jamaica self-imploding, and they're doing exactly what I said. 48 minutes. We got less than 45 minutes to go here for what's his name? For Mexico to pull a win. As of now, Mexico's being eliminated from the Copa America. Okay, here comes Ecuador. Ball goes long. Dominguez is able to clear it. Kendry Paez. Okay, he took the ball. Johan Vasquez tries to go long. Huertas. Oh, nice settle. Huertas one-on-one. Also dispossessed. Okay, nice turn right there from Ecuador. Sarmiento tries to draw the ball forward. Who's that? Ener Valencia? Yeah, Valencia. Valencia has the ball for Ecuador. No, free kick for Ecuador. Free kick for Ecuador. Won't you look at that? Venezuela. I need to give Venezuela props, man. They're going to get 9 points. They're going to get 9 points. Once upon a time, Venezuela was the punching bag of South America. But they're doing well in World Cup qualifying. And on top of that, Venezuela is getting 9 points. Amazing. Victor is saying, Tack, I'm Mexican American. I love Mexican downfall. My pop's not so much. Go America. Glad you're enjoying, Victor. Glad you're enjoying. I'm enjoying it too. Like I said before, I love Mexico, the country. I've been there twice. The food is freaking amazing. The people there that I met were all incredible people. And I even want to go back to Mexico again. I've been there twice and I want to go again. But the national team, I don't give two craps. I hope they lose every single game. For the banter. Ecuador recovers the ball with Sarmiento. Sarmiento down the left. What a dumb decision. He had the entire left flank and he just like cuts inside and is dispossessed. And Mexico gets the ball back. Okay. Ecuador recovers possession. If Mexico and Canada advance, we don't. It'll increase the chance of Greg getting fired. I love Pete. Jeff Carey, Spicy Jeff. Spicy Jeff really loves Pete very much. I should probably try to get them together, like to meet in person. Spicy Jeff and Pete. He's saying if Mexico and Canada advance, I I don't think Mexico or Canada advancing will play a role in the decision of U.S. soccer firing Berhalter or not. Huertas, ooh, Mexico with the cross. That was dangerous. That'll be a corner. Huertas gets a very dangerous low cross in the small box. No one clears it until eventually the Ecuadorian defender just hits it out of bounds. That'll be a corner for Mexico. It was Preciado. Preciado just smashed it out of bounds. $284 likes. Yeah, let's get those. Listen, we've been over 600 people here for quite some time. Can you guys just get the likes to like 400? It doesn't cost you anything. Unless your fingers are like dirty with like you're eating popcorn and they're dirty with butter, or they're busy doing something else. And please don't tell me what you're doing with your fingers. If your fingers are that busy that you can't even hit the like button, then I don't want to know what you're doing with them. Don't even tell me, please. And then Ronaldinho Gaúcho likes to party in Cancun. I've never been to Cancun, and I actually don't feel like going to Cancun. My favorite part of Mexico, was Mexico City because it felt like I was actually in Mexico. Many people that go to Cancun say they don't feel like they're in Mexico. It doesn't feel like you really experience the Mexican culture. Now, I'll tell you this. Um, when I went to Mexico City, I actually experienced the Mexican culture, and I highly recommend it for everyone. It was amazing. Great culture, great people. Yeah. What's his name? Ronaldinho likes to party in Miami. Ronaldinho just parties anywhere, dude. If you bring Ronaldinho to Walt Disney World, he'll find a way to party. He just likes to party. How many likes for myself to do Portuguese commentary? You guys tell me. I can do Portuguese commentary if you want. Let me see. We're at 349. I don't know. If we hit 500 likes, I'll do commentary in Portuguese. 500. 500. I think that's fair. So 500 is the goal. 600. We're not going to hit 690 likes. That's not going to happen in the stream. It's not going to happen. Mexico with the ball now, 53 minutes and 45 seconds. Mexico possession. I keep hearing a noise in here, and either my place is haunted or there's like a bug somewhere. Because I keep hearing an annoying noise. See, I'm hearing it right now. It could be haunted. It could be like if something shows up behind me, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Just don't tell me. Free kick for Mexico. Free kick for Mexico. Ball sent in, it deflects, and that's cleared. It's cleared. It sounds like I'm talking out of my nose. Allergies, man. I might be talking out of my nose because allergies are killing me right now. I'm going to take allergy medicines for tomorrow. I will take allergy medicines for tomorrow because of the United States game. Don't worry. But I might be talking out of my nose because of that. Is Greg coming for you? No, no, no. Greg is in Kansas City right now with the national team. Venezuela scored 2-0. 2-0 Venezuela. Incredible. Incredible. A team with a real identity, a team that knows how to grind out results. I'm going to tweet praising Venezuela right now. I'm going to tweet. Sorry, I got to stop here for a second and I got to praise Venezuela. I have to do it. A team that usually is like the punching bag of South America. Give me 1 sec. I got to tweet about it. Okay, okay. Ecuador clears it. Mexico. So I'm gonna tweet it and then I'll go back to the game here in a second. Oh, Mexico cleared. Okay, Quinones. This could be Mexico's goal. Cleared on the. Oh my goodness, Ecuador, you're playing a very dangerous game right now. Sorry, everyone. I have to tweet that, right? Because I gotta do the Twitter thing, right? The Twitter. Otherwise, who am I? Was that a penalty kick? Oh, that might be a penalty kick. Arteaga got taken down. He got ball, but he also the VAR might review that. The VAR might review that. I need to see that replay. I need to see that replay. Myself. It could be they're checking for penalty here. The VAR is checking for a penalty kick. This could be a penalty kick for Mexico. Still 0-0, but they're currently checking for a penalty kick here. No call, no call, no pen. Corner for Mexico, Huertas. Oh, missed that. Mexico just missed a header right under the post. It was Santi Jimenez. Santi Jimenez is single-handedly doing everything he can to eliminate L3. He's doing everything he can. Is there any L3 fans here in the chat? I'd like to know, do you guys rate Santi Jimenez? He's looking like the Mexican Lukaku right now. Looking like the Mexican Lukaku. Okay, Johan Vasquez. Mexico starts to hit panic mode. There's 30 minutes. 30 minutes to go. Throw in for Ecuador, 59 minutes. We got 30 minutes to go, roughly. And with this result, Mexico will be eliminated from the Copa America. As it goes, Mexico now in possession. They're starting to get a bit more aggressive. They're starting to ramp up the intensity. But Ecuador is still holding their own. But Ecuador is not having a good game, man. Especially in the second half. First half was fairly balanced, but in the second half, Mexico's playing a lot better than Ecuador. A lot better. So they're saying we hit 500 likes. Did we? No, we didn't. We're at 382. We didn't hit 500. 382. Saying he's all right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ecuador, man. Long ball. Okay, what a ball. What a long ball from Ecuador. Cross goes in right into the hands of Dominguez. And Mexico will now attack with Quinones down the left. Quinones on a one-on-one situation in isolation. Finds it. Why would you pass it back? Why? Mexico with the ball. Quinones tries to get a cross in. They're still at the ball down the left flank here. 61 minutes. Blocked again. Ecuador is just inviting Mexico to attack. They continue to invite Mexico. This is not good. Now Ecuador is just wasting time. Or maybe not. Maybe he actually got. Wait, did someone get punched? No, Johan Vasquez hit him with the shoulder. There is one thing, though. I do have 2 tickets for the game in Houston on Thursday, which is between Argentina and whoever's the second place team. I don't know if I'm going to go because, like I said, I don't feel like going to any more games. I was going to kind of just sell or give away those tickets. But if it was Mexico, I would be tempted to go because Argentina and Mexico would be fun. Darius said he's in Houston. Hey, we'll see. If I don't go to the game, maybe I'll do a giveaway for those tickets. They're checking for a penalty. No, they're not. It was out of the box. Like Ener Valencia was hit and it was out of the box. They're not checking. They're not checking for a penalty. Hate watch in person. Yeah, I like doing hate watches in person. I did do the Argentina versus Canada hate watch in person. It was a good one. 2-0 Venezuela. So Venezuela is going to end this group with 9 points. Venezuela with 9 points. Mexico is going home. Mexico's getting eliminated. What is a hate watch? So, how can I explain a hate watch? A hate watch is when you watch a game with the sole purpose. It's not like you're rooting for someone. Like, for example, today, I'm not rooting for Ecuador. I'm rooting against Mexico. Therefore, I'm obviously rooting for Ecuador. But it's more of like I'm rooting against Mexico. That's a hate watch. That's what a hate watch means. I hope it made sense. Tack, you're several minutes behind. No, I'm not several minutes behind. I'm at minute 63-12, 63-13. I'm not several minutes behind. Cross goes in, cleared. Mexico still has the ball. I'm going to get an antenna. I'm going to get the I have it. I'm going to put on the antenna. Header from Huertas. Jorge Sanchez. And that's cleared. That'll be a throw-in. Throw-in for Mexico. Right in the final third, Mexico. Jorge Sanchez will take it. I'm a minute behind. No, I'm not a minute. I'm like 35 seconds behind. Jorge Sanchez, long throw, cleared by Ecuador once again. Shot blocked. Okay, saved by the Ecuadorian goalkeeper. That was a weak shot from Romo. Weak shot from Luis Romo. 64 minutes. 64 minutes. I'm going to get some chewing gum here. I get it, everyone. I understand that I'm behind. I understand that I'll put the antenna next time. I'm just streaming it on VIX. Why are you guys ahead, though? Like, what are you all using? Are you all watching? Does everyone here use an antenna? Seriously, does everyone here use an antenna? I'm just watching it on VIX. Romo. Inside. Quinones shoots it. Saved by the Ecuadorian goalkeeper. Rebound missed. Santi Jimenez. Santi Jimenez. You are shitting the bed so bad. I don't even know if I'm watching Santi Jimenez or Ember Heard at this point. Dude is just like shitting the bed all over the place. Is that Santi Jimenez? Is that Amber Heard? I don't know. Stay tuned. Oh, another wasted opportunity from Santi Jimenez. He's literally getting them eliminated. Albert is saying 60-minute free trial on Fox is over and over. Oh, your trial? Does FuboTV have the game? Because if FuboTV has the game, I put a link in the description that you can get a free trial for FuboTV. Okay, substitution here for Ecuador. Kendry Paz was subbed out. By the way, if you're hearing me chewing, I just got chewing gum. Because, you know, got to stay awake. That's what keeps me awake. No, FuboTV, you don't need an antenna. You can use a paper clip and it'll work. What do you mean use a paper clip? What do you mean use a paper clip? No, FuboTV is a little too expensive. I agree. But you can use the free trial. $67 minutes. Blocked. I wonder if my TV has an antenna. Don't some TVs have an antenna already in it? Maybe my TV has an antenna and I just never checked. Okay, Ecuador goes long. Is that Valencia? Valencia. Oh, just blasted on the goalkeeper. Saved by Dominguez. What a rocket. What a shot. Not anymore. It's digital. Well, I have a TV here that's like 14 years old. It might actually have an antenna. My TV is 14 years old. I have a new TV and a super old. Like right now, I'm using an old one. Minute 68 and 20 seconds. We're getting there. Okay, Ecuador at the ball. Ball is in. Oh, this could be dangerous. This could be dangerous. Cleared. Cross down the right from Ecuador, and then Mexico try to hit in transition. Ecuador again down the right. Cross goes in. Dominguez is able to save it. Then Mexico is, oh boy, is this going to work? Antuna. Antuna is shit. So here comes the cross from Antuna. It was shit. As expected, it was shit. Oh, minute 69. Nice. We made it. We made it once again. It's always an honor when we make it to minute 69 here at the channel. So thank you very much, everyone. Very nice. Very nice. We hit minute 69 again. Very, very, very nice. Okay, here comes Antuna. And okay, it kind of worked on accident. Jorge Sanchez cleared. Cleared again by Ecuador, and Ecuador tries to go long. But there's no one up top for Ecuador anymore. There's quite literally no one up top for Ecuador. No one. No one is there. Ecuador, I think it's safe to say that Ecuador at the moment is 100% okay with the draw, and they're not even trying to get the win. Antuna, good first touch, surprisingly. Has the ball, and then he gets a good first touch in the box, and then he just like dribbles it all the way back. He's such a shit player, man. I don't know why Antuna keeps playing for the national team. He's so bad. Jeff Carey is saying, Tack, Google says a good antiviral will clear up your rash down there. Can't join the jacuzzi again until the rash cleared up. Oh, in that case, I'm never taking care of the rash. Yeah, no one needs to join me on the jacuzzi. Leave the jacuzzi for myself. And what the fuck, Jeff? I look, usually I can't deny or confirm the rumors, but that one right there, I can deny right away. I can deny that one right away. Thank you for the super chat, though, Jeff. Thank you very much. I appreciate the $5. Oh. Okay, back to the stream. Ecuador just blast the ball forward. 71 minutes and 30 seconds. Still 0-0. Still 0-0. Moises Caicedo. Oh, did he get fouled? Yep. Looks like he got fouled. This can be a dangerous foul for Ecuador. No card? No, that's not Moises Caicedo. Is it? No. I gotta see the number. But that was a hard foul. Yeah, that probably should have been. Oh, he twisted his ankle. That probably should have been a yellow. Probably should have been a yellow right there. Silver, thank you for the super chat. Silver saying, here's some money for the antenna. Thank you, Silver. Thank you. I have an antenna. I just have to find it. But I have an antenna that I bought in the World Cup. I just have to stick it on the wall and connect it to the TV. I'll figure it out. But okay, I'll write it somewhere here. I'll figure it out by tomorrow. Let me write it here. I'll write it here. Get or find the antenna. Okay, so I'll be ahead of it. I'll be in the future. So where is it? Get. Cross goes in for Ecuador. Ooh, get antenna. All right, I wrote it down. I'll remember. I'll figure out the antenna tomorrow. Mexico the ball. Mexico has 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Turtle saying, do you think Tanner Tessman should try to become a center back? I don't know, Turtle. I want to watch Tanner Tessman playing the Serie A this season. I want to see how much his game developed. And based off that, I'll draw a conclusion. But I don't know. We've got to see how technical he is in tight spaces. He does have the athletic ability to play as a center back in the size. He has that. But I want to watch him play in the Serie A before I draw any conclusions like that. Steve Gali saying, Tack, I want the United States to win tomorrow, but if they lose, any chance more first-team guys playing the Olympics than originally planned? You're the man. Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. I'll put it this way. I heard the Olympic roster is pretty much set, and it'll be announced this week, Steve. What do I mean by that? What I mean is I don't think the U.S. getting eliminated early will play a role in who goes to the Olympics or not. So to your question, no, I don't think there's any chance. They have the roster pretty much done, and it should be announced this week, the Olympic roster. So I don't think getting eliminated will change anything. And he's being subbed out, the Ecuadorian player. He did twist his ankle, right? He is being subbed out. So unfortunately, Steven, no. If we get eliminated, I don't think it'll change who goes to the Olympics. But thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat also, Steve. Thank you. Tell me Luna's on the roster. I don't know who's in the Olympic roster. I don't know. I haven't seen the roster. I just heard it'll be out this week. I have not seen the roster. Okay, substitution here. 75 minutes. So we got 15 minutes to go. Yeah, he got carted off. They had to get a cart to get the Ecuadorian player off the pitch. Mexico with the ball. Jorge Sanchez down the right. The crap shot from Jorge Sanchez. It looks like Mexico's going to say bye-bye. It looks like Mexico's going to get eliminated. They're on pack watch. They're on pack watch. Mexico's on pack watch. All right, Mexico. Do you guys think Mexico will be eliminated? I don't think. Look, there's no indication that they will go through at this point. So it is L3 pack watch at this point. Okay, Mexico getting at the ball. Jorge Sanchez dribbles through the middle. Let's see what Mexico can get out here. 77 minutes, still 0-0. At the moment, we have Ecuador facing Argentina in the quarterfinals and Venezuela facing the almighty rude Canadians. I have Argentina. You guys know this. You know this. I predicted that Canada would make it to the semifinals. I told you all, and it looks like I think Canada will beat Venezuela. I think they will. Jorge Sanchez. Antuna. Cross inside. Antuna with the ball. Oh my goodness. Another cross cleared by Ecuador. Ecuador is begging for Mexico to score. They are begging for a Mexican goal right now. And in Valencia, okay, that's a throw in. Matthew O saying, fun fact, since Mexico fans love history, Mexico has only won one knockout game at World Cups ever. Yeah, they're not the best in World Cup knockout stages. They're not the best. In recent history, it was the so-called quinto partido that they could never get, right? From 1994 all the way to 2018, they just kept getting eliminated in the round of 16. And then in 2022, they just kind of like didn't want to even play the knockout stages. They just left in the group stage. Okay, 12 minutes to go. Adam Wilton is asking thoughts on Dest's transfer. Look, I thought it was a brilliant move from PSV. They didn't re-sign Dest because of the injury, and then they were able to negotiate with Barcelona to get Dest for free. They got Serginho Dest for free, and then Barcelona holds on to a percentage of a future fee. Great deal for PSV. Great deal for Serginho Dest. He now has a home. He got a permanent deal with PSV. He'll be back from injury in 2025, and then hopefully he plays well for a season or two, and he gets to move to a top 5 league at some point. I think he was closer to going to a top 5 league until he got injured. Okay, Ecuador, Valencia. Oh, he could have passed that ball. Sometimes Valencia is a very stupid player. Makes some dumb decisions at times. It's kind of crazy, right? Because what's his name? Canada and Venezuela will face each other in the quarterfinals, which means we will 100% have either Canada or Venezuela in the semifinals, which not many people would expect before the draw and everything. No one would place Venezuela. Um, no one would have like after the draw. I did have Canada advancing to the semifinals after the draw, mainly because of the bracket. But if you went before the draw of the group stage, no one would expect Canada or Venezuela to make it to the semifinals. But here we are. One of them will be in the semifinals, Canada or Venezuela. No one expected that. No one. And by the way, if you guys kindly could subscribe, hit the like button, we truly appreciate it. It helps the channel quite a bit. And now Ecuador trying to play out of the back of the goal. He's going to go long. He goes long. Just going to keep going long. And Ecuador still has the ball. The game gets a bit chippy. Is that a free kick? Yep. Free kick for Ecuador. 81 minutes. A dangerous free kick here for Ecuador. Now 81 minutes into the game. Um, Someone said goal. No, bullshit. It's a free kick for Ecuador. Free kick for Ecuador. Which, by the way, I added some new mods. I know, and I want to thank everyone that requested to be a mod. I just didn't want to add a bunch of mods at once because I felt like it could get confusing. There's some people that already are mods. That I see Sam Hayes there. He's been a mod for quite some time. Uh, but everyone that requested to be a mod, thank you very much. And I have your emails, everyone that emailed. And if I need more mods, I'll definitely be reaching out again. I just don't want to put people to work when they don't have to, even though it's not really work. They are saying any player that has stood out to you on Mexico, Tack? Not really. Not really. I would say someone that stood and Valencia again with a stupid ass shot. Just Valencia is very frustrating at times. There hasn't been any Mexican player in this competition that really stood out to me. I would say the Mexican goalkeeper, I guess, if you want to put something, he's looked competent, the goalkeeper. He's looked competent, but outside of that, hasn't really been any Mexican player that stood out. It was a lot of mediocre players, a lot of mediocre performances. I would say who stood out in a negative way, Santi Jimenez. We were expecting, we were expecting Santi Jimenez to finally step up for the Mexican national team. He didn't. He didn't do it. So I'd say that Santi Jimenez has been like very disappointing. I'll say that. And just because of that, he might score. Cross goes in, and then that would be a goal kick for Ecuador. Is that a goal kick for Ecuador? What was the call? Now Eric Sanchez is going in and Cortizo. So two substitutions. Mexico is going to send in two more mediocre players. 3-0 for Venezuela. 3-0 for Venezuela. Zach saying, I work at Publix and had some Mexican coworkers laughing at me for putting Venezuela first before the tournament, calling me a delusional U.S. men's national team fans. Man, you work at Publix. Lucky you. You get the free subs there? The Publix subs are so good. No, I had Venezuela and Mexico battling for that second seed. I thought that Ecuador was going to top the group. But I don't think anyone that put Venezuela first would be considered delusional. I thought Venezuela and Mexico would be in the same level. That's what I thought was going to happen. To SAR FC, this is a good question. Why do you think so many teams have struggled to score goals at the Copa America? There's a couple reasons for that. And I think the most obvious one is the elephant in the room. A lot of the fields, the dimensions are smaller than the ones that FIFA normally allows. They're playing in smaller fields. Us watching the game, it might not be that noticeable, but the smaller the field, the tougher it is to score, in my opinion, in a game that's with 11 beat 11, right? If it's a 7 beat 7 in a smaller field, you'll see more goals. But the field being a bit smaller makes it a bit tougher for teams that are less technical, just in general. And on top of that, I just think a lot of the teams lack quality. They lack the quality to score. Remember, it's a lot easier to defend in soccer than it is to attack. It's easier to defend than it is to score. So it's just that. A lot of these teams have the grit, they have the fight in them, they have some good defenders, good midfielders, just don't have the quality up top to score. That's another issue because Brazil struggled to score against Costa Rica, but they had no issues scoring against Panama. Argentina hasn't really struggled to score, besides the Chile game, but they create a lot of chances. Uruguay hasn't struggled to score. Colombia hasn't struggled to score. Do you see a pattern there? The good teams are not struggling to score. despite the dimensions of the field, even though the smaller field does kind of like hurt a little bit in that sense. Mexico with the ball. 86 minutes. 86 minutes. 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes to go, plus whatever time is added. Okay, here comes Mexico trying to get something late in the game. What I don't like about Ecuador is they've been sitting deep for quite some time. They're inviting Mexico to attack, and with 3 minutes to go, this is a recipe for disaster. This is how teams literally lose in the last minute. Mexico's going to go all in here. Ecuador is just kind of like come balling, wasting time. And if everyone's just arrived, drop a like. And corner kick for Mexico cleared once again. And Ecuador in transition. We'll see how they do here on the counterattack. Here comes Ecuador. This could be dangerous. 87 minutes. As long as Valencia doesn't do like a stupid-ass brain-dead decision. Cross goes in to no one. Mexico's able to clear it. Bad pass. Now Mexico's going to strike back. And Ecuador's a bit disorganized on defense. Guys, there's 2 minutes to go. Get back on defense. There's literally 2 minutes to go. Yes, Venezuela's winning 3-0. And here comes Mexico, cleared by Preciado. 88 minutes. And then I think, who's up top? Is Ener Valencia still in the game? Yeah, I think so. I think that's Ener Valencia. Mexico with the ball. What just happened? Ener Valencia just... Is that Arteaga? Yeah, he's down bad. Let's see what happened there. Arteaga is down bad. And he can't be wasting time because they're getting eliminated. He was trying to settle the ball. Oh, he just hit his ass on the ground very hard. Not Valencia. It was Caicedo. Moises Caicedo. Ow. And he's out. He's out. The cart's coming in. That was bad. Immediately subbed out. That looked ugly, man. He went for a header, and then Moises Caicedo kind of pushed him in the air, and he just hit the floor hard. That hurt. That I didn't like what I saw. I did not like it. So he's going to get subbed out. That was Arteaga. He's definitely gone. He's injured. 89 minutes and 30 seconds. Mexico's getting eliminated. Yeah, he hurt his ass. He definitely hurt his ass. Mexico scored what? 1 goal, right? Mexico scored 1 goal in 3 games. To me, you deserve to be eliminated if you scored 1 goal. And let me see here. Tack, thoughts on Santi Jimenez to the New England Revolution? I think that will probably 8 minutes. 8 minutes. It's until Mexico scores. So they're essentially giving 8 minutes until Mexico scores. And here comes Ecuador. Ball goes long. Ener Valencia. He's on. He cuts inside. And he loses the ball. That'll be a corner. No. Offsides. Offsides is called. You're saying only 8 minutes? I think 8 minutes is a lot, man. I think it's a lot. But 8 minutes, 1 minute has already gone by, so we got 7 minutes to go. Ball deflected. Santi Jimenez, again, sucking ass. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay, now we got 6 minutes left. 92 minutes. 92 minutes. Ball goes long again. Santi with the deflection, and Ecuador's goalkeeper will hold the ball. We hit minute 92. We got 6 more to go. After getting grouped in the World Cup, El Tri, that I said was finished 3 years ago. I said this generation was ass 3 years ago, and it's only going to get worse from here. They're about to get grouped. Mexico with the ball, 92 minutes and 30 seconds. Again, Route 1 football. They just blast it forward. Oh, no. Was that a handball? No way they give a penalty kick. Imagine the VAR gives them a penalty kick. Oh, no, 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 no. Do not give a handball. Do not do it. Do not give that handball. I need to see the replay. So long ball from Johan Vasquez. Little flick. Does it hit his hand? Is there another camera angle? Let's see. Oh, this will be a good angle. So header. He hits the ball. It does. It hits his sleeve, though. It's not a penalty kick. It was where the sleeve was. No, it's not a penalty kick. Who's injured there? One of the Mexican players just got carted out off the field. They're begging for Mexico is just begging for a penalty kick at this point. They're just begging for it. It's not. It's not a penalty kick. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. If they give a penalty kick, then it's rigged. Yep, no call. No penalty. No penalty. Ecuador goes long, 94 minutes. We got 4 minutes to go. Headed away. Mexico in full desperation mode right now. They need to go. Ecuador's advancing. Ecuador will play. This is essentially two teams battling to see who's going to get spanked by Argentina. Just two teams trying to figure out who's going to get spanked by Argentina at this point. I can't see the... Oh, now I can see the comments. Okay, Mexico tries to go long again. Cleared by the Ecuadorian defense. And Ecuador will try to go here on the counterattack. Probably just going to hold the ball up top now. I am assuming that's what they would want to do. Ecuador just trying to hold the ball up top, and they're doing a fine job. They're doing a fine job. Oh, my goodness. What was that? Switch. 95 minutes and 30 seconds. Eric Corrado saying Antuna is horrible. I've been saying that. Antuna is horrendous. I don't know why Mexico continues to call up and play Uriel Antuna. Fabian Taveras is saying 8 minutes, but the United States only got 4. Yeah, I mean, trying to give Mexico as many minutes as they can to help him out, but I don't know. Quaras goes in. Mexico's essentially just lobbing the ball into the box and hoping they get given a penalty kick. That's all they want to do. Another cross for Mexico. And the Ecuadorian goalkeeper will hold it. There's 2 minutes to go. Michael saying, once again, Mexico's eliminated before the United States. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I don't know if we're going to get eliminated tomorrow, the U.S. I don't know. We might. But as of now, Mexico is getting eliminated before the United States, regardless of the result tomorrow. Even though I still think the U.S. has a shot on advancing. One minute left. 1 minute. Ball goes, Mexico, they want a penalty. They want that penalty. They're so desperately flopping for penalty kicks. No way. They gave the penalty? No. Rigged game. Rigged game for Mexico. This is so rigged for Mexico. No way they gave Mexico that penalty. No way. This is so rigged. This is not a penalty. No es penal. What is this nonsense? Dude, this is the biggest flop I've seen in my life. There's no way. There is no way it stands. They're checking the VAR. No. Brother, if he keeps this penalty kick, if they keep this penalty kick, I think there is hope for the United States tomorrow because they might just rig it for the US as well. This is not a penalty kick. There is no way. There is no way. He got the ball. He got the ball. You cannot keep this call. They're still reviewing it. Let's see what the call is going to be. What's the call? What's the call? No penalty. No penalty. Ah, thank you, VAR. No penalty kick. Thank you, VAR. Oh. That would have been so ridiculous, and the game will end very soon. Mexico desperate. Their goalkeeper's going to the box too. Long ball goes in. Ecuadorian goalkeeper. Oh my God. Blocked. It's kind of crazy right now. Oh, there's no goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's out. Mexico recovers it. The game's going to end. The game is going to end. Mexico is going to be eliminated. It's over. Mexico is grouped from the Copa America. They got grouped again. Mexico got grouped. L3 once again gets grouped. They got grouped in the 2022 World Cup. Now they got grouped in the 2024 Copa America. This is by far the worst Mexican generation I have seen in my life. I have seen some great Mexican teams that they have owned the United States, outplayed the United States, even played well in Copa Americas, played well in World Cups. This is the worst Mexican generation I have ever seen. They are officially eliminated in the group stage. Venezuela tops the group. They will play Canada. Mexico finishes in third place. Second place is Ecuador. Here's the group. Mexico is officially eliminated from the 2024 Copa America. And honestly, rightfully so. In 3 games, Mexico scored 1 goal. 1 goal in 3 games. 1 goal in 3 games for Mexico. 1 goal. If you score 1 goal in 3 games, unless you're Canada that just kind of grinds out results and plays against 10 men, you deserve to be grouped. Congratulations to Venezuela. Tremendous campaign. First place, 9 points, 3 games, 3 wins. They'll probably lose to Canada. I think Canada will beat Venezuela. And then Ecuador gets the draw with Mexico after losing the first game. And Ecuador advances, and they will play Argentina. Ecuador versus Argentina. Michael saying, ref in a tough place. If he calls it back, the cartel will be at his house. Well, he called it back. The cartel has no influence on this. And then Tim Sims saying, good game, L3. Now we are next tomorrow night. God help us. Look, let's enjoy today. Let's enjoy the fact that Mexico was eliminated. Let's enjoy that. Tomorrow, we worry about Uruguay. Tomorrow, we worry about Uruguay. But Mexico has been eliminated. Connor Cox is saying, I love hate watching. Me too. Mexico has provided some great hate watches. And La Tri, Ecuador, has advanced to the quarterfinals. Everyone, tomorrow, I will be doing a live watch along for the United States. If you want to watch the match preview, it's obviously there. And I highly recommend everyone watching my Copa America predictions because they've been mostly fairly accurate. I've been pretty good. If you're an L3 fan, I apologize. I'm sorry. You have been eliminated. You're out of the Copa America. It's a tough time to be an L3 fan, to be a Mexico national team fan. They have been horrendous. If you are Mexican-American, we welcome you with open arms. We welcome you to the U.S. men's national team fan base. We want you. So if you're in Mexico, Mexican-American, and you're in between Mexico L3 or the U.S. men's national team, we welcome you. Join the U.S. men's national team. Join the team that wins, even though we're probably going to lose tomorrow. We welcome you with open arms. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I don't have to leave, but I got to go. Okay, but Bone 6000, a rude Canadian that I very much love, said, good luck tomorrow. Screw Mexico. Thank you, Bone 6000. Hopefully we advance. And don't forget, I predicted that Canada would make it to the semifinals. So you probably appreciate that, Maple Syrup Merchant. All right, good night.